How's it going on, my fellow epic gamers? Welcome back to another epic video here today, and today we are back on the manliest game known to man, Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, we're back on this, and I don't know what else to say except let's get right back into the story. Okay, so when we last left off, things got a little steamy between me and Yuri, so that was kind of nice. And now we have to show our poem to someone, so let's go... Let's actually go Yuri first this time, since we had a little bit of a moment with her. I kind of want to follow up on that. Bend over. Your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. Aw, thank you. I am a great writer. I don't know. I was going to say something, then I forgot. I can feel the emotions. I'm a little envious, even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought I would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something you never even shared it with anyone, like, ever. Nobody knows that you're a god at writing. It's kind of a shame. Maybe. But it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Bend over. During lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? Do you want me to change that? I can be yours, baby girl. Just say the word. It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Where's this going? Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who will always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? Really? I'm not a know-it-all, Bend over. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. Well, you know some stuff about writing, I guess. You can go with that. I don't know how to talk to people. That's very obvious. I'm sorry. It just is. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I can make you happy, baby. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you. Aww, that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done it. Yes, I have. Don't be so fucking modest. You know exactly what you did, Ben. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Bend over. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. That's it? I see? Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. Not literally. Please screw me. I'm desperate. I mean, I joined this club hoping to make new friends. And I would say I had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way. Yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? We can be more than friends. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want me to show? Do you want to show me your poem? I don't know why, but I thought it was gonna be like, you want to see my dick? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. All right, Beach. Aw, a novel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth. What the fuck is this? You know, I'll let you guys can pause and read this. My eyes are just like, what are these words? I'm just gonna, you know. There, if you had time to pause and read. There you go. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an insane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you don't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I... Well, it was amusing that I wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the difference in our writing styles or thought process. That makes sense, because she's a cute girl, so she likes beaches. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. You guys hopefully read that. I can't read her shit. I guess I'm just illiterate. Let's go with my girl Monica. Check in on her. How you doing, baby girl? Hi, bend over. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. I bet it would! Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny she's talented. Yeah, totally. Is that sarcastic? I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it just, a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Really? I just had one with her. I guess I'm just special and you're not. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? Hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. Monica's low-key throwing shade. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. And then she always strikes that pose. You're gonna make me fucking act up, Monica, doing that pose. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Really? There's no way. No. Yeah, a fictional one. Maybe. There you go. Monica kind of whispers the last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Alright, let's see this masterpiece. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who found every answer. All meaning, all purpose, and all that is ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the current of the wind. Day after night I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, we'll say that's twilight, until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless, but a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look in her eyes and find no end to her gaze, the lady who knows everything, who knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. That one was actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? I suppose. You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know better than anyone. What? That was kind of creepy. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, Yeah, that. Anyway, oh shit. Thanks, Monica. Monica just throwing shade, saying, "Ah, you 3D person playing my game, how's it going?" Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share writing because you're afraid it's not like that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something that you put so much time into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'll always listen to you, baby. Natsuki! Natsuki, my little angry cupcake, how's it going? Meh. You little tsundere. I guess you really haven't learned anything after all. Honestly, I don't know why I get my hopes up in the first place. What? I didn't think this one was that bad. What did I do wrong? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to sound just like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Oh my god, okay, that cut deep. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. Eh? You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? Maybe a little bit, but what are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean ooh? Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting younger girls step into my business. Unless I was mid-reader, I was destined to be in the world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Yeah, I assume we can go after all these girls. Well, at least Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri. I guess I'm going down the Yuri path. Which is what I wanted, because I think she's the hottest out of all of them. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need me to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? What the fuck? Probably Yuri. Guys! Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Bendover. Sayori? Is there something wrong? Yeah, she seems kind of off. Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. You probably slept in all day, didn't you? And you're still tired? You sound just like fucking Anna. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home in a little bit early today, okay? Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me or did someone say something strange right now? What? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Ew. Staggering air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Oh god. Oh no, I'm kinda... In your books? I thought that said boobs. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's always like everyone's balances is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I'm kinda nervous about her. I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well. She went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Out of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. Aw, no. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Ooh! That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of... you want to tell me what she said? Let's decide what everyone will be doing this. Okay, just avoid the subject. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori, will you be helping the design? And as for you, Yuri. Yuri, you can... you can be Yuri. Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Oh, that's gonna make Natsuki mad. Look, she pissed. She's steaming, she fucking fuming. Now Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell these things are harder on you when she's not around. Ah, that may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Bendover. The one who is truly useless. Yeah. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica is going to give me a choice and you should be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tried to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. I'm going with Monica if I have the choice. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle baking on your own. Bendover may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be suited assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Bendover to... What are you saying? It would be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't. Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Bendover to decide where he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? She makes a point. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Bendover, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm gonna go with... Monica! Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monica. Yay, you picked me! I'll always pick you, baby. Hold on one second. Yeah. Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already had Sayori as well. But Bendover was the one who... that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club! Monica, you should let the ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made in such a big deal in the first place. I mean, she's kind of speaking straight facts. That's completely false, Monica! Yeah, we have a lot of words to do, you know? Or work, not words. We won't be as good of a job if you make us all work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monica. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So are you gonna do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. Sigh. It's technically most logical for Bendover to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Do you have a preference, Bendover? I guess my side chick, Yuri. Well, I'll probably be the most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I can already tell that you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying... Ugh. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Bendover. I wish I was helping you, but yeah, I'll help the side chick. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay, okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to get over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Bendover? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested in how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? She's pissed. That bitch is fuming. What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Bendover picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea, and nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so, I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature, I already know that, but you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken back by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far her own comfort zone. But I began to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Everyone likes Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. We love Sayori. Hashtag Sayori 2021. I don't know. Me and the homies love Sayori. No, I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm gonna say this. You better bet my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah, cupcakes are amazing. People would show up just for the cupcakes. I hope to see everyone do their best, but with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Can I go back to Monica's house? Please? We need to go over some things about the club. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry, I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. Ooh, you wanna exchange some contact info? I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes? Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Ooh. You wanna send me some pictures later? Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I prefer going to your house. Okay, I'm not complaining. As long as my parents aren't home. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Bendover. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something, that's not completely true, but a tiny bit. You're my side hoe. I'm sorry to tell you, Yuri. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But, Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if I took her tremendous effort, Yuri says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. Ooh, we got a girl coming to the house. My boy Ben, he's making moves. We pulling some shit. I can't believe this. Yuri's going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. Ooh. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. Seriously, I can't wait. Man, we're having a girl coming over to our house. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. Ooh, we're sliding in those DMs. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between when Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Don't make me feel guilty. Don't make me feel guilty. I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply said I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reached Sayori's house, I knocked at the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori, why is there no music? Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to the bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Bendover. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much really changed, has it? Sayori's room is messy as it's always been. I always recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Just checking on you, making sure you're doing okay? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you gonna go help Monica today? Of course, you lucky bitch. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Bendover. Eh? Why can't it just be like this always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been here thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Ihihihi! Sayori! I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Bendover. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Bendover? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Oh. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything I fully know? What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. Man, I am too. Yeah, I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that she already kept this from me the entire time I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Bend Over. Why don't you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have wasted effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. It also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Ahaha! That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone to be happy is the best thing for me. But then, I discovered something else too. Seeing after you made your friends, and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Ahaha. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori, but I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you to stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Bend Over. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. You're not horrible at all, Sayori. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her in a tight embrace. Bend Over. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then it's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Bend Over. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Bend Over. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Bend Over. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Holy shit, this is depressing. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day with her, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I'd have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. Jesus. What? No. That was so sad. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about when Yuri's coming over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should still focus on what's ahead of me. I feel so guilty for choosing Yuri instead of Sayori. Oh my god. Game, stop making me feel like such an asshole. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should have been common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. She's not the brightest little light bulb, is she? I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. Alright, I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. You ever been in a man's room before? A big beefy man? It's so clean. Oh yeah, because I knew you were coming over. Normally, I know this from personal experience, when my girlfriend's coming over, I fucking clean the shit out of my room, because my room's normally a mess. So, I cleaned it before you came over, so yeah. That's very considerate of you to do. No. I would be really embarrassed in my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. Is that where I have my hentai? It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly on her lap, as if she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that it can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements. You know, mood lighting. What the fuck? Emerotherapy candles? You know, that word. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. That's what I would stop by for. Cupcakes are always good. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Yuri's intense? Since when? Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and wooden cylinder-shaped objects. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. Oh, she's one of those. Her essential oils? How familiar are you with that word? Not familiar at all. Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils of herbs you choose, you can choose a mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes a cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that for? This is jasmine essential oil. It smells like sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for even because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write different word. I thought she was gonna fucking tie me up with that. I was like, what? Well, we need 100 of them. Oh yeah? I feel like Yuri would be the fucking kinky type. I don't know why, I just get that vibe from her. What will those be used for? Well, I'm gonna cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbon to create doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Ooh! Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, bend over. You can write any characters you want. It'll help once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw different characters on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yeah, I relate. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon on her design length. Then, she reaches into the bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver hand has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're gonna think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. What a surprise! Did I just say she was into that shit like a little bit ago? They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Ahahaha, you're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's, well, interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it's kind of suits you. Suits me. It really does. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Please don't stab me with it. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like these? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. It starts bleeding. Ow! Bend over! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives me the wound a closer look. Ah! She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Ah! Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound? Ma'am, you have my AIDS now. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh? Please forgive me, I wasn't thinking. So, okay. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird, and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little bit. No, you have AIDS now. Hope you like it. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return? We're on some weird shit right now. Bend over. Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me as I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If it were not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, bend over. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri called me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it's already stopped bleeding. I see, because you sucked up all my blood. That's relieving. The tension is quietly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue making progress on the paper. I cannot believe that just happened. We both just kind of sucked each other's fingers. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbon, we lay them on side by side. It is water time. Throat do be kind of dying, though. Hope you guys understand. Alright, epic water. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri? Oh, good thinking, not could. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you sure you want to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? Oh, my dog is barking. Sorry if you can hear him. He's kind of going crazy about a mailman or something. I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tape tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cup too much, it would be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use a small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back to my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, putting it back over her arm. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, throwing them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. There we go, inspirational quotes get everybody. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are we gonna write? Well, it would be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling the banner, Yuri and I kneel opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colored across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class projects we had back then. Yeah, and they all fucking sucked. It's relaxing. Ah, I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean it like that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk that much. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers! Kaya! Sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hand in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. Ooh, she's gonna have to take off her clothes. I rushed out, fetch a small towel, then dump it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel down in front of her. Ooh, here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is the aroma of jasmine oil giving me dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than for just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. Had a little moment there. The moment is over as soon as it begun. Damn it. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movement seems clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly... Sorry, I just saw a big-ass spider and it scared me. I hesitantly retrieved my own brush and continued following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole is very pretty and natural looking. I think it comes out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. I need to let it dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then you have to bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful! In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, that's not it. I'm glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time, and I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left. I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it'd be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is we got everything done, right? Yeah. So I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets opportunity to spend time with a friend in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. True. Come over anytime you want, baby. I walk her to the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow? Wait. I kind of say without thinking. About today. It's fine we didn't manage to get as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over. Or we can go out somewhere. Ah, I forget you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, bend over. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even have a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori! Eh? Oh. Ah, hi, bend over. Sayori. Just now, we weren't... It's okay, bend over. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. I don't like how the music just stopped. Sayori beams. Every time Sayori is on here, music just stops. I don't like that. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow? Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come over to see for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you made such a good friend. That's all that matters to me. Tears start falling down Sayori's face. Oh no, that's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, bend over? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, bend over. If I wasn't here, you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't a burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, bend over. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Bend over. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slid my hand down Sayori's arm and squeezed her hand in my own. I don't remember how I said I know what's best for you. Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your feelings, I know you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. Sayori. Oh, shit. I don't know what to do here. Fuck. I don't know. Like, I really like Sayori, but Monica is my bae, and Yuri is my side. But I don't want to say she's my dearest friend, because she seems a little suicidal. But I'll just give her extra attention from now on. I don't know. Fuck. You'll always be my dearest friend. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but Please trust me that I know what's best, and will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sadie forces a smile, though, an incredibly pained expression. Oh no, did I choose the wrong oh no. Is this what it feels like? To get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sadie, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down the path. That's why I came here. Just so I can get an answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right, I just want to get back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Ben. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sadie's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Ah! Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked I don't know how to react. Sadie looks over her shoulder and flashes one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sadie! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more I could have done. Shit. The most I could do is support Sadie through her feelings and help her more on the path that's right, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sadie's feelings as she is, even though I can comfort her. I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm gonna give everything I got. Sadie will be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Shit. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sadie, but Sadie isn't answering her phone. I considered to be going to her house, wake up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted are dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same about Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sadie and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Bend over! You're the first one here. Thanks for being here early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each desk of the classroom. There must be one she prepared that all our poems were performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I think Monica would like and submitted it. Is that plagiarism? Copyright infringement? Whatever. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sadie with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think on the days this important she tried a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sadie told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly as simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone and wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her, bend over. I mean, especially after you exchanged with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But I stammer. Embarrassed. Did Sadie really tell you about it that quickly? About how I basically turned her down her confession? That makes me really seem like a bad guy here. But I'm not the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably have a lot more than you think. Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I feel a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed in its page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poem, the one they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped Sayari's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Get out of my head. 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 Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What? What is this? Reading the poem. I get pit in my stomach. Bend over. What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori. So, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. You better hurry the fuck up. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quicken the pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal. At least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simplest gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday the thing would be the same as always has been. That's all she needed, and what I would give to her. I reach Shiori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up the phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door to let myself in. Shiori? She's really a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Shiori's room, I knock on her door. Shiori! Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to enter the room like this. Isn't this kind of a breach of privacy? Which really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Say... Oh my god. Holy shit, what the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Saudi wouldn't do this. Everything was normal till a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Saudi I'd be there for her. I told her I know what's best and everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning her down her confession. That has been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts kept me telling me everything I could have done to prevent it. If I just spent more time with her. Walked her to school. And gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't the game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never. 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 Never! End. Did I just beat this game? What? Is that it? What the fuck's going on with this thing? What the hell is this? See an annoying girl running from the distance, arms wrapped around. Paying attention to herself. The girl is, yeah, my neighbor, good friend, we were children. You know what kind of friend you'd be yourself making today? It just kind of works out. Yeah, this was like from the beginning. What the shit? Start a new game. We've seen this already. Bend over? Monica! Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably right about the popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely, it feels a little... What'd you come here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies for my club to use. Did you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Haha, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but we only have 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find a new member for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga's literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, bend over. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at very least visit my club, it'd make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I even refuse something like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Oh, awesome. You're really sweet, Bendover, you know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica for her irresistible smile. I dejectedly followed Monica across the school upstairs. So we're just kind of like restarting, and Sayori is just wiped from existence, I guess. Monica's the reason why I joined in this one. Monica, full of energy, swings the door open to the class. Sayori does that. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be so mean, Nagasuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Bendover. All words escape me in the situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls, so let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Nasuki, the girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Nasuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Nasuki's energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who... Wait, Sayori was the vice president, wasn't she, in the last one? This is weird. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Bendover in the classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought someone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit, Bendover? The girl have a few desks arranged form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. So this is like a retelling, but without Sayori. I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone! I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. You know, I'm reading everything I already read at the beginning. I'm so confused. Like, did I beat the game? Am I supposed to be doing this right now? She carefully places a teacup in front of her, teacup in the middle. You keep a whole set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. We already read all this, so... I might kind of just skip all this, guys. You know, I'm actually going to save. Oh my god, this actually is a whole ass new game. Just without Sayori. Oh, I'm so confused. But guys, that is probably where I'm going to end this episode. This episode. Holy fuck. I don't know what I'm doing. Did I beat the game? Am I supposed to keep going? I'm genuinely confused. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. This episode has been depressing as fuck. I'm sorry if you guys got, you know, triggered or anything by this. I should say this was a horror game. I probably said that a few times, but yeah. Man, I feel so guilty for Sayori. I really do. But if there's more to this game, I'll keep playing it. If this is the end, I guess that's my ending? Question mark? I'm not quite sure, but I hope you guys all enjoyed. And, make sure to hit that bell. Also subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified every single time that I post a video. Make sure to leave a like, because it helps push the video to YouTube, and then it gets seen by more people and all that good shit. And yeah, wow, this game took a turn really quickly. I feel like I still have to play more because there's like glitches as I was talking to Monica and Sayori's not there, so this probably isn't going to be the last episode. So I'll look into it, see what's going on. And if there's more, I'll bring you guys another episode probably tomorrow. And I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye.